Archangel versus Capilius. Demons of Chaos not taking Bellicor versus Skaven. This is kind of a weird Skaven build. The magic damage dogs, I kind of get it versus the demons, but I still feel like they're worthless because they have armor piercing and you don't really need armor piercing. So they have a lower weapon strength but a higher armor piercing value, which you don't need. Magic damage is nice, but I don't know. Probably still just want poison, to be honest. Front line of Gutter Runners, some with poison, some without. That's solid. Eshin Triad, Skaven Slave Slingers, pretty good stuff. Natty Bob Sharpshooters, Inca Cloud, Flensing Ruin, and Howling Warp Gale. I like all that. Eshin Triads are a bit of a meh for me. Again, you're armor sundering versus a faction without much armor. And then you're relying on physical resistance against the faction with all magic damage. Inca Zap Zap is a good choice, though. So, I like some of the Skaven army. I don't like other parts. We have a wild Demons of Chaos build. We have some Fiends of Slaanesh, Pox Riders of Nurgle, a front line of Blue Horrors across the line, Frolickers of Bubonic. Then we have Pox Riders of Nurgle, Bringers of Beguilement, an Iridescent Horror of Tzeentch with pink and blue fire, and then Red Ulgur, Prince of Slaughter. I don't even know what to think about this Demons of Chaos build. Some of it makes sense. Some of it's just crazy. Like, I don't know why we have Red Ulgur and an Iridescent Horror. If you just want a blue fire caster, just get one as your lord. Red Ulgur's not that important. But alright, let's see it. Pox Riders and Fiends trying to find a home that doesn't take too much damage from Gutter Runners. Is that a Flensing Ruin? Ooh, really not great Flensing Ruin. Flensing Ruin is a single target killing spell. It does almost nothing to large groups of infantry. So, bit of a miscast there from Ikit Claw in the early game. Red Ulger's already getting sniped up by Ikit Zap Zap. Nickit himself is just driving away, staying nice and safe, because as long as he's moving, Red Ulger can't seem to catch him. Wolfrat's charging up into Fiends and Pox Riders. At least they got the charge. Oof, really nice pink fire cast. Immediately takes the wind out of the dog's sails and gets them to rout with their cowardly leadership. That was quite nice. And the Blue Horror is still raining down death everywhere they go. Pox Riders trying to get through the Ashen Triads. The Ashen Triads, again, we talked about their physical resistance and their armor center is not going to be too useful here, but they're still like a halberd unit fighting against Pox Riders. That'll be pretty good, and they do have Slinger support, so they'll be just fine. Red Ulger, however, lands on Ikit Zap Zap with Ixcha's Triads nearby. It's going to take a good bit of damage, not respecting the Triads here. Oh, there's a Warp Grinder. I didn't even notice them. Looks like they locked down Fiends for a brief minute, but now they're all going to die. Warp Grinders die a very horrible and quick death when anything focuses on them at all. Skaven are up on the balance of power. I would tend to agree. Ikit Zap Zap is still alive and well. Red Ulger got pushed away. Looks like the Pox Riders over here didn't do too great, and the Frolickers Bubonic took over. Frolickers should be able to beat up on the Asher Triads, but not much after that. Fiends and Pox Riders trying to surround Ikit Claw and take him out. As we've seen many games, if you can kill Skaven leadership, that is just how you win the game. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There's a Flensing Ruin onto this big old blob. Again, it really doesn't do that much damage to infantry-type units. Even cavalry isn't affected by it too much, so unfortunately that is going to be another miss from Ikit. Needs to be focusing those on the single entities. Speaking of single entities, Gutter Runner Skirmish plus Ikit Zap Zap shooting at Red Ulger is making him very sad. He's not having a good time there whatsoever. Iridescent Horror in the middle of a bunch of shit, starting to lose barriers and lose HP. Taking a ton of damage, does need to find a new home. Not one directly over Gutter Runners. Red Ulger's also being pushed back, so it's a tough time to beat the Demons of Chaos, man. Ooh, this could be a disaster for Ikit, though. He dives into the Bringers of Beguilement. Extremely elite armor-piercing fast units. If he keeps moving, he'll be fine. Did take some damage, but he'll be okay. It's just if he stopped, that would have been a problem. Demons of Chaos all of a sudden lose a bunch of important units. Blue Horrors are fading. Fiends are fading. Other Blue Horrors are fading. Red Ulger taking shots. And could this be the end of the demons? I mean, it could be. Bringers of Goblin going to easily run down Natty Boobos and these Skaven Slave Slingers, though. Get a little bit of value back for the demon team. Still have Pox Riders hipping around, throwing Skaven here and there if they can hold on for a bit. Red Ulger has landed in Skaven Slaves. Does he have healing? Yeah, he has Gorfy, so he's trying to heal off the Skaven Slaves. Okay, I can respect that. Ikit Zap Zap still firing away. Frolickers Bubonic. They're living their best life up here. They've routed so many things on this high ground. It gets Zap Zap again, firing at Red Ulger. The Skaven losing heart to fight in every direction. But the demons might be in that situation too soon. 0 leadership for Red Ulger. Barely rallies. One more zap hits him though, and he is done. Frolickers Bubonic have reached It Gets Zap Zap. Can it fire for long enough? Can it get any hits onto Red Ulger, who's juking and ducking and diving and weaving around? Meanwhile, elsewhere, what was that? I thought I saw a Flensing Ruin go down. Yeah, I did. It's on the ground. Damn it. The Flensing Ruin casts are just not there for Icket Claw. Like, I don't know. I feel like I talk about this a lot on my channel, but it's clearly not getting everywhere. Flensing Ruin is literally just a single entity targeting spell. It's not there for blobs. It's not there for harassing down elite units. It's just there for single entities. Because Icket's thrown out, what, 3 Flensing Ruins by now? 1,200 value, including all of his brass orbs. Yeah, it's not ideal. Another brass orb misses, unfortunately, for him. And he is now in way over his head. Burgers of Beguilement, plus a Blue Fire, plus Pox Riders trying to snipe out Icket Claw. He is going to rout, maybe? Nah, he'll be okay. Red Ulger somehow managed to rally while he's still getting shot at back at Zap Zap. Really good dodging from him so far. Iridescent Horror of Tzeentch still has a bit of Winds of Magic left. Still has a decent amount of HP. No ammunition, though. All these blue horrors have no ammunition either. And the Frolickers are still trying to take out this Warp Lightning Cannon that's resisted them at every turn. Demons down to the balance of power, though I'm not sure that's actually so true anymore. Red Ulger's going to try and dive on some Gutter Runners just to get a little bit of HP back with that Gore Feast just as he's getting Flensing Ruin. Now that is the correct target, and immediately he is going to die. He's trying to charge over to Icket Claw to get a little bit of damage out, but it is too late. Gets a big shot onto Icket on his way out, actually. It gets straight a little too close to him. Just in his dying breath, he got a shot off, and Iridescent Horror is going to chase him away. Skaven have captured the Conquest Point now. I really don't think this game will come down to the Conquest Point, but we'll see. Red Ulger being gone means the demonic leadership is worse than ever. Very close to demonic instability for both of these blue horrors. And then this Pox Rider. And Icket Zap Zap gets to safety. Gets away from the Frolickers Bubonic, who have moved down to the low ground, chasing off some Skaven Slave Slingers. Can Icket Zap Zap focus up and fire with the Iridescent Horror? They are trying. But they're playing a little bit of dotsy-do with the cannons. Figure it out and fire at the Iridescent Horror before he gets Icket Claw, you fools! Frolickers Bubonic having a tough time versus the Eshin boys, the Gutter Runners and the Ix's Triads. Eshin Triads, actually. Really popping the poplars over there. Icket Zap Zap has figured itself out, shooting at the Iridescent Horror, who's trying to dodge around. Frolickers Bubonic taken out. That is one regenerating infantry piece off the battlefield. Slingers have been allowed to rally because the Frolickers are gone. The blue horrors up here are forgotten for now. Not that they're going to matter too much. Bringers of Beguilement should make very quick work of these Eshin Triads. Like, not even funny how quickly they're going to kill these guys. Gutter Runners too, so they should be just fine. Icket Zap Zap really going after the Iridescent Horror, but Icket Claw is still on the battlefield and the Skaven are having these leadership issues. Imagine how much worse it's going to get when Icket actually goes off the field. Which he is about to do. Skaven Slaves are about to take a Lord is off the map debuff, plus getting slapped in the face by Demonettes, so they're gonna rout so fast you have no idea. And they are gone. Boom. It gets Zap Zap trying to fire down the line. Somehow did more damage to their own Skaven Slaves than the Bringers of Beguilement. Slingers arriving. We have a Pox Rider and some blue horrors that haven't gotten orders in a long time, but I don't think that matters at this point. The Iridescent Horror plus the Bringers of Beguilement should be able to close this one out. And yeah, the Skaven are just going to give up at that point. I don't blame them. GG. Bringers of Beguilement did good work. Pox Riders, not super great. Fiends did okay. Blue Horrors did alright. Mostly just routing stuff off, though. Icket did okay. Warp Grinders kind of sucked. Triads, meh. Slingers did well. Gutter Runners did well. Natty Poopos did well. Dogs got murdered. Mika Zap Zap did well. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.